Welcome to the Myrtle Beach 100 here tonight. We are racing with the Nexus Sim Racing League. We've got some of the best drivers in the business going to be taking on 100 laps here with the super late model cars. We've got Jay in the booth, or myself, Thomas, and Jay in the booth. Jay, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing fantastic. Ready to see some more awesome short track racing out of the national tour here at Myrtle Beach, a track that no longer exists in real life, unfortunately. But we get to live it and have a great time here virtually here on iRacing. I'm excited.
Yeah, isn't that something there, Jay, where, you know what, this track isn't here anymore, but we still get to enjoy what has been or what could potentially be. But we get to recreate it here in iRacing and get to broadcast it to YouTube. I think that's pretty special.
Yeah, it's a one-of-a-kind thanks to iRacing and thanks to just the racing community in general to keeping this track alive in some way, shape, form, or spirit for generations to come. A sad state that a lot of tracks are encountering here over the recent years and development.
Yep, absolutely. Well, tonight, again, 100 laps here. We're going to be seeing some super late models go around in circles. But let's go over some of the track facts here first. So tonight, it's a half-mile oval that we'll be going around. We got a track temp right now, 69 degrees, an altitude of 36 feet. Ambient temperature is 65 degrees, humidity 14%, partly cloudy skies, and a 4-mile-an-hour wind. This is some late model open setup racing. Everybody will be running what is, to their liking, which is very interesting. We're going to be seeing lots of, or maybe some different lines, lots of side-by-side racing here. But this track is located in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. 4 degrees of banking on the front stretch, 3 on the back stretch, 13 degrees of banking in the corner, 1 quick repair, 1 set of tires, and a pace car speed of 45 miles an hour, pit speed limit of 35. So, with that being said, Jay, unfortunately we didn't get to broadcast last week's, but we already know some of the heavy hitters here. What do you expect tonight? Who are your picks, and who do you expect to get pole?
Yeah, this is a very interesting race. We know that we do the twin 50s tonight. We're doing just one single 100-lap race. I believe as for a pole time, I think we're going to be looking at some of your usual suspects here. I think we're going to be looking at Morris in that 18 car. We're going to be looking at Rob Collier in the 02 car. Maybe even Scott Mayhew Jr. He's been qualifying pretty well so far this season. Maybe he's a factor for pole. And then when it comes to the race, right? This is going to be a very strategic race, 100 laps. You're going to have to take care of your stuff so you have something at the end. And I think that someone that can do that better than anybody is James Morris. I think he's the guy to watch tonight to take another victory here in the next national tour.
Yeah, that's a great point that you bring up there, Jay. I expect to see some of the same names up front here with qualifying. Rob Collier, Jordan Whiting, we saw him in the previous races doing very well. James A. Morris, a huge heavy hitter in this league as well. He does a great job week in and week out. It's so changing. Every week we come here, we see some cars up front, we see some cars battling their way to the front, but I think tonight we might see a new winner. And with that being said, I am going to go with Bad Brad Haldane there. I think Brad can get it done. He just possibly maybe just needs a little bit of luck on his side tonight, but nonetheless, very fast race car. He is my race pick, but for my pole pick, I'm going to go with old trusty here, Showtime Rob Collier. I think he's going to be able to get it done here in qualifying, which starts in 4 seconds. We're going to be finding out who's going to be taking that pole here very soon, as the checker flag now flies. Everybody getting their last minute practice in, dial in their cars. So, Jay, I think that this is going to be a great race. I think we're going to be seeing some side-by-side racing. We're going to be seeing some very, very, maybe some nonchalant racing at first, but then really going to turn it up there at the end, and it's going to be very exciting what these drivers can do for us or show for us with their race setups. So, also with that being said, we got Jordan Whiting on track in that 24 car. He's going to be trying his luck at qualifying.
Looks like he's shaking it down a little bit, trying to get the heat in those tires. Get ready to put a lap together for pole here. See how important that is for these guys here tonight.
Yeah, and really what that could tell us there, Jay, is that the second lap is probably the lap that they're going to be looking for. Or actually, you know what? They get 4 laps in this qualifying session, so the 24 taking all the opportunity he can to warm up his tires. We'll see if he makes this his flyer. He's going and starting his 3rd lap now. And it looks like it. He's going to be trying for pole time now. Provisional right now goes to Rob. See what this 24 car can do coming off of turn 4. Ooh, very quick. He's got one more lap. Coming off of turn 4 now. We'll see what this 24 car can do coming to the start-finish line now. If he can best that time he put up. And it looks like he does. Very, very a small amount. We now see Rob going through turn 3 and 4. We'll see if he can beat that lap that Whiting put up. And it doesn't look like it. Right now, it is Jordan Whiting on provisional.
Yeah, by a narrow margin, 6/100ths of a second there. That means they are on top of each other here time-wise.
Absolutely. We have Stephen Downton here right now. He's in P3. Very good qualifying run so far. We'll see if he can hold that down with everybody else going back out on track. This is the completion of his 2nd lap. He'll be starting his 3rd now. Matched his last time there. See if he can better it. This will be his final lap. Actually, so he starts to cross finish. No, he's not. Grabs a little bit of wall there. There goes James Morris. He goes P3. He's still got all of his laps to go, so he's got plenty of opportunity to challenge for pole position.
Yeah, he does a very good job wrapping the bottom there around 3 and 4. This is going to be a pretty decent lap, and he takes it to the top.
Nice job to that 18 car of James Morris. Shooting right up to the top there. We'll see maybe if he can best it. You think he can best it?
It's a tough lap to best.
Absolutely.
Oh, as we see Dylan Winters go 1/100th of a second slower than James Morris there on his first lap. So, see what he can do to maybe best James Morris here.
He's coming across our finish line now. Here's Dylan Winters also coming across start finish line. Morris does best his pole lap time to an 18.62. That is a flyer. Holy cow.
Yeah, I think it's almost safe to say James Morris might just have the best lap time here in qualifying. That's going to be an extremely tough lap to best. See if Zach Bates here in the 19 car could do it.
Zach Bates pulling out on track now. We'll see what he can do. He's got 4 laps to challenge James Morris for this pole time. Let's see if he's got anything to compete. We also got Brad Haldane on the track right now as well. See what Zach Bates can do here coming across start-finish line. Looks like he may have been warming up his tires that first lap, trying to get all the heat he could into it. Getting a little loose there.
Brad, Javon, and Tim, are you guys?
Yeah, it
not
looks like
qualified?
James
Never mind.
Morris was really the only guy. Well, I guess Whiting
I am
was
gonna
able to do
qualify.
it as well, be able to wrap that
Yes, sir.
bottom effectively through 3 and 4. A lot of these other guys are struggling to get it down on that white line on the inside there.
We'll see what this 19 can pull. It's on his last lap here. Still looking at P8 at the moment. See if he can best that. And he cannot. We'll switch to Brad here real quick. He just finished up his 3rd lap. He's on his final lap. Try and challenge James Morris here. He's currently P4. A very good starting position for this 39. Oh, and he barely does not best his last time there. So Brad's going to be rolling off P4 there. Very good qualifying run for that 39.
Left to qualify, so sorry I'm going to talk over you while you qualify.
I apologize, guys. Let me
All
fix
right,
this
guys,
real quick.
Quick little 3 minutes left. There was no warm-up this session. iRacing kind of...
Yeah, to answer your question,
when we
Alex,
entered
thank you
in,
again. We're doing fantastic up here in the booth, ready to see you guys race, and good luck to you tonight as you try to go get that dub
Yes.
here in the South Carolina 100 at Myrtle Beach Speedway.
Yes, absolutely. Alex, good luck tonight. Same goes to you too, Scott. Good luck. Thanks for coming out here and commenting. We appreciate that. Got Javon on track right now in that 93 car. Recently crowned the champion of the Gen 6 series for our Monday broadcast. So he's on a very high note right now, being crowned that champion. We'll see what he can put down going around here at Myrtle Beach. Alex looking for that dub tonight. We'll be looking for you, buddy.
Yeah, no doubt, especially with that new wrap. That'll be cool to see.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
Javon Thompson is wheeling this thing out here right now. He is digging. Don't know if it's going to show on the lap chart, but he is digging.
Oh, homie lost a wheel. That's the definition of struggle bus right there. He completed all of his laps, though. He's going to be starting P6 tonight in the qualifying for this Myrtle Beach race. We are doing the Myrtle Beach 100. Or South Carolina 100, excuse me.
Looks like all we got left here to take time is Tim Henderson. This is kind of a Tim Henderson move here, not to take a qualifying lap. We've seen this several times in other series in the Nexus racing. It seems like he likes to start in the back. It's kind of his mantra. It's kind of his thing.
Well, with the new structure that we have with this late model group or super late model group that we're racing with now, it is not going to be a twin 50. It is going to be a singular race, 100 laps. So strategy may change up a little bit here, where we're not going to be seeing as much of the craziness that we've seen in the previous races, but nonetheless, we are going to be seeing some great racing, probably at the beginning, probably towards the end. But with that being said, we'll go into our invocations, national anthems, and we'll see you guys on the other side.
Heavenly Father, we thank you tonight for all your blessings. You said in all things give thanks. So we want to thank you tonight for these mighty machines that you brought before us. Thank you for the Dodges and the Toyotas. Thank you for the Fords. And most of all, we thank you for Roush and Yates partnering to give us the power that we see before us tonight. Thank you for GM Performance Technology and the R07 engines. Thank you for Sunoco Racing Fuel and Goodyear tires that bring performance and power to the track. Lord, I want to thank you for my smoking hot wife tonight, Lisa, my 2 children, Eli and Emma, or as we like to call them, the Little E's. Lord, I pray you bless the drivers and use them tonight. May they put on a performance worthy of this great track. In Jesus' name, boogity, 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 amen.
All right, looks like we're just going to be able to get in the prayer tonight. That's okay. We're going to be gridding up right now with the 12 best drivers on the service. That's a guarantee right there. We'll go ahead and we'll get back down to the pit lane here where we can start naming off the pole winner for tonight. That is James A. Morris in the 18 car, hailing out of the Carolinas. And Dylan Winters starting on the outside of him in the 14 car.
Starting third in that number 24 car, Jordan Whiting. And to the outside of him, Bad Brad Haldane in that 39 car.
Showtime starting P5 in that 02 car with Javon Thompson on the outside of him in the 93 car.
Starting seventh in that 09, Stephen Doughton. And starting eighth in the number 54, we see you, Alex Light.
In P9 tonight, the starter there is Zach Bates in the number 1 car. On the outside of him is Patrick Jablonski in the 23 car.
Starting 11th, Scott Mayhew Jr. in that number 29 car. And rounding out your field tonight in that number 20, we have Tim Henderson.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is your starting grid for tonight. A very action-packed race that we are about to call. Very excited to bring you guys. Ready to get this on. Are you ready, Jay? I'm ready.
I'm so ready. I'm ready to see what these drivers could do around here. I want to see what kind of strategies they imply to be there to lead that last lap of the race, the most important one of the day, lap 100.
Yes, absolutely. We will be getting these cars rolling on track, ready to go. We got the 18 car. He is going to be leading your field to green tonight. In front of everybody else. Looks like the 14 car, some late breaking news here. The 14 car not going to be starting from the grid here. He'll be starting from pit road, it looks like. So the 39 car going to be moving up one position. He'll be on the outside of James Morris.
Yeah, buckle in, everybody at home. We're about to see some fantastic late model stock racing here at Myrtle Beach Speedway for the South Carolina 100. Ooh, I'm excited. The best iRacers in the business. They are buckled in tight into their rigs. They're ready to go.
Absolutely. I think this time by, we will be seeing the pace car pull off. It is. We're going green flag racing here. Coming out of turn 4, the 18 car will be leading this field to green with the 39 car on the outside of them. But now, coming off of turn 4, we're going to be seeing the green flag in the air right now. The 18 car getting a great jump, but also the 39 still sticking to his outside. Going through 1 and 2 now, the 39 holding very strong as the 24 gets to the rear bumper of the 18. The 18 still has the 39 on the outside of him, going into turn 3.
As we're still side by side, coming off of 4, Haldane's hanging up on the outside of James Morris here. Morris will lead lap 1, as now Whiting's trying to find his way around. Oh, Haldane is all out of shape up there off of turn 2.
Yep, but the 39 car getting really high, probably higher than he wanted to, not getting that run that he needed. The 24 car taking that advantage, and now he's looking into P2 as he gets really loose off of turn 4 there, and going into turn 1, he's underneath the 18 of James Morris. He takes over the lead. The 24 car, your new leader.
Yeah, what a move by Whiting. There might have been a little bit of contact as Morris gave him a lot of room, a lot of respect, but move Whiting to the lead. Now Morris is going to have to figure out
we got a yellow flag.
His car here. We got a caution.
Stephen Doughton in the 09 car. Scott Mayhew also looks like he got caught up in that. Early caution here. Maybe the 09 car grabbing a little damage from that. Doesn't look like a lot, though. Just on his door right there. Maybe a little left front. Let's go back and look at this yellow flag. There's Steven. Coming off of turn 4. Maybe getting a little help there by the 54. and just a little bit of a stack up there with everybody else.
Now, there was some good wreck avoidance there by a lot of drivers there. It looked like Mayhew Jr. did get in the back of Javon there, but it looked like Henderson and Bates did a good job of getting through that clean.
Absolutely. Javon looking like he did a really good job slowing up for this wreck in front of him. As we're on board with the Dega Boys camera, as he's trying to avoid. You saw that little shove there. Oh, absolutely. You know what I forgot, Jay? We got to go on board with our man here, Tim Henderson. He's always getting involved or very close to the action on track. Let's see what he saw. Woo! Real close there with Doughton. He made it, though.
Yeah, we got to nominate Tim Henderson as the honorary onboard race analysis spectator for us here at home. Always giving us the best angles. Can't miss a thing with the Tim Henderson ride.
Looks like that 20 car looking pretty fresh as well. Look at that. Yes, sir. Oh, this will give us a perfect opportunity to look at the 54 car, too. That new fresh wrap on that. I like it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think one thing we learned on that initial restart of this race, or initial start of this race, is that outside line is a little racy tonight. We saw Haldane use it to his advantage there for a few laps, eventually lost ground to the inside line, but then we saw Morris use it a little bit to effect. We'll have to see how that progresses throughout the night here.
Yes, absolutely. I think it's going to be very exciting as we now see the pace lights off on the pace car. We are going to be going green this time by the 24 car leading this field to green with the 18 on the outside. It's going to be very interesting to see what that 18 car can do on the outside. Now the 39 lined up behind the 24. And we're coming off of turn 4 now. The green flag is out in the air, and the 24 gets a massive jump over the field. He already clears the 18. Doesn't even give him the opportunity to go side by side in turn 1. As now we're seeing almost single file through 4th place here. Rob, though, he's looking on the inside of the 39. Can't get it done. See the 20 car. Tim Henderson on the outside trying to make that work as well. But we are single file now for the top 4.
Wow, where did Tim Henderson come from? He is up on the top shelf. He is digging. He's got Bates to the inside of him. Here comes Alex Light as well into this mix as we're still side by side. Henderson is driving that thing in extremely deep into corner entry.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. It looks like he does complete that pass on the 19 now, and he gets promoted to P5. As now we see Zach Bates and Alexander Light duking it out for P6. As the 54 looks like he's trying to make that move to take over that position. He's now going to be looking to the inside of the 19. Going across the start-finish line now. They are side by side going into turn 1. The 54 looking like they're still neck and neck coming off of turn 2 now.
Wow, they're still side by side. Here they come down into turn 3. Bates is using that outside to his advantage. He's going to go a little wide. That's going to open the door for Light on the inside, and he is going to take that position from Bates.
A great drive there by the 54 so far. He's got some ground to make up with all the cars in front of him, but he's doing a great job working over that 19 car. Does he have anything left for the cars in front of him? We don't know yet, but we will find out here soon.
Oh, it looks like Alexander Light got a little bit of wall there down the front stretch. See how that hampers his performance. It looks like he's going to keep his foot in it, keep digging towards the top 5 here. That car is on rails. He is going to be making his way towards the front. He will be a factor before the end of this. We know how talented he is behind that 54 car.
Absolutely. And now we see almost the whole field single file. We got a little battle going back here between Scott Mayhew and Steven Downton, but they figure it out there, and Scott Mayhew holds on to the 8th position as of now. So right now, pretty much the whole field just single files. We now see the 39 reeling in the 18 now going into turn 1. He's going all over the rear bumper. We'll see what he can do to not only try to get around that 18 car, but hold off the hard charger of Rob Collier behind him.
Yeah, this battle right here is heating up. Is Haldane, he is really wrapping that bottom extremely well right now, gaining that ground to Morris. He's going to use a little bit of a higher entrance here into turn 1, maybe get a little bit of a drive down the back. Looks like he's going to close that gap a little bit more going into turn 3.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. We're seeing some very good lap times out of him. He is quicker than second place, and as I said, slowly reeling in that second place of James Morris. Everybody behind him, Rob Collier and Brad, they're running very similar lap times as we speak. So we're going to be seeing a battle here real quick between the 39 and 18, I believe. We'll be able to... Oh, and I think he grabbed a little bit of that wall on the inside there.
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me as well. Not exactly sure. I'm not seeing a lot of damage on that left front side, but it looks like now he's lost that time to Morris, and now it's going to open the door for Rob. This is a very important part of this race to save these tires, as well as try to gain that track position you desperately need.
Yep, absolutely. So a little bit of, I guess, high race tensions going on right now. That 39 car knows he's pretty fast, but lost a little bit of ground to that 18. But it also looks like now that 18 possibly catching that 24 as well. So we'll keep our eyes on this battle and see how it goes here. With these guys running up front, the 18 is faster than the leader right now, and he's slowly reeling them in. We'll see what these guys can do. Brad Haldane right now, though, fastest car on track.
Yeah, he is just wrapping that bottom well again. He had that one incident there where he might have got some wall contact, but ever since then, he's just been running his line and making great lap time. So he gets a little sideways there off of 2. Doesn't seem to slow him down, and he is now, it looks like Morris is actually closing in on your race leader, Whiting. This is getting exciting here, the top 4, all within a second of each other.
Yep, and we are seeing this 18 car a little bit quicker than that 24 car here in time. We will see this battle happening as we now see the 39 creeping up to the rear bumper of the 18 again. We'll see if he can be able to hold down that position and maybe make a run on this 18. We'll see here. Not much, though. He's still got a little bit more to make up to get to the rear bumper of that 18.
Yeah, as they're running a little bit different lines, kind of the opposite of each other. You see Whiting there here in turns 1 and 2. He goes a little wide and then comes to the bottom as Morris likes to wrap the bottom in 1 and 2. And then it's the opposite in turns 3 and 4. You'll see Whiting wrap the bottom while Morris goes a little bit wide and then comes to the inside. It's interesting the strategy they're implying here on their race craft to get around this track and make lap time.
On the top left of your screen now, you can see last time by lap times. So you can see that the 24 car, he is the fastest car on track right now. He's turning it up a little bit. He may have been saving a little bit there in that bank. It's still holding pretty well that half-second gap to second place. Doing a great job managing that lead to what he needs to be comfortable in. And just continuing to lead this race right now, coming across the line to complete lap 27.
Yeah, as it looks like the top 4 have kind of evened out here with gap to each other. As it looks like Whiting is kind of maybe playing a little bit of strategy to conserve a little bit of tire. It doesn't look like he's pushing his car as hard as the guys behind him. He's just kind of floating that thing through the corner.
Yellow flag.
Marks. Oh, we got a caution.
Got 2 cars around, Javon and Steven. Another wreck that happened there. We'll go back and look at this yellow flag and see what happened between these 2 cars here with Steven Downton and Javon. Those 2 cars we saw turn around on the racetrack. Oh, a little bit of contact there with the 29, 09, and 93.
Yeah, that's just some short track racing right there when you all kind of running up under a blanket of each other. As we see Rob Collier, he's coming to pit lane here. Wow.
See if he takes tires. I know these guys, they get 1 set of tires. He is. He's putting on his tires right now.
Wow, this is a good strategy call. I believe it is a good strategy call because now you're going to have fresher tires than the guy in front of you. Now, The only downside is you're going to be stuck in traffic behind the other guys. They're going to have to conserve your tires to make it to the end while trying to get your track position back through the field. Very interesting strategy call here out of that 0-2 camp.
Yeah, we'll see how it works out for him with these new tires. It's going to be pretty exciting to see what he can do chopping up the field and trying to get back to the front. So we now see the 39 car down pit lane as well. So maybe these two guys on the same wavelength here for strategies. See what these two guys can do starting in the back on this restart and working their way up front.
Yeah, and if anybody up in the front, I would think those two would be the guys that would want to take tires. Those guys were digging, and they were running very aggressive. I feel like they didn't think they were going to be able to conserve enough tires to make it to the end. That's probably their kind of one-shot swing at it to get back to the front of this field, while those two leaders, they were doing a fantastic job of just running their line, not making any mistakes, and just conserving them tires enough.
Absolutely. Hey, we got Old One in the chat. Love the short track racing. It's so exciting. A game of anticipation. Yes, sir, it is. And we're about to go green flag racing here again. The 24 car going to be leading this field to green going into turn 3 now. Got the 18 car on the outside of him. And look at this. Tim Henderson and Alex Light in the next row behind them. So very interesting with the strategies here. We got green flag out in the air. The 24 car getting a great jump over the field. Already clearing the 18 going into turn 1. The 18, though, not much competition behind him. That 20 car is still battling with that 54 car behind him. And we've got another yellow flag here. Again with the 09 car. The 93 of Javon as well. Bad luck for these guys so far.
Yeah, that's just short track race, and sometimes everything goes in your favor, and sometimes everything just does not play into your favor.
Absolutely. Here is the replay of this incident. Oh! That was a huge hit. We got to go back and look at this. Let's look at the 19 machine of Zach Bates and see what happens going into turn 1. Oh, he grabbed some of that bumper off the nose of the 29 and grabs the 09 and the 93. The 09 and 93. Terrible luck. Terrible luck.
Yeah, that's some significant damage on that 93 car. I'm not sure if he already used his quick repair from earlier or not. Be interesting to see.
See the 93 going down pit road now. Also, the 19 car already coming down pit road. We'll check real quick to see. He did take his quick repair. He had to take his quick repair. Lots of damage to that car as well. See what Javon does. Absolutely has to take that quick repair to get back out on track to stay competitive. But we'll see that 93 car back out on track, hunting for this win.
Yeah, I'm surprised your leaders, if they were gonna pit, this would have been a prime opportunity to pit and not lose a ton of track position. But I guess they value that track position much more than they do fresh tires.
Well, we still got somewhere around 62 laps to go. Lots have happened so far. We've had some unfortunate things happening. Some drivers not being able to start the race. Had some very early incidents there, yellow flags. And, so far, a pretty good race. We're seeing a very strong competitive car out of that 24, but also out of the 18. We're seeing some more cars in the back, like the 02 and the 39. They took tires. So they're still in the back there, haven't really had the opportunity to work their way up to the front yet. Not a long green flag run yet. Or after they've taken tires, excuse me. So, possibly this next run might be the run where we are looking at these, the 02 and the 39. Getting some passes done. As we now see the pace car come off the racing surface. Going down pit lane now. The 24 car going to be leading the field to green again. We're going to be seeing if he's going to get that huge jump off of turn 4. They are here now, and the 24 again gets a huge jump over the field. He already clears the 18 going into turn 1. The James Morris already has somebody on the inside of him, but he's going to prevail on the outside. Tim Henderson still on the bottom side, side by side with the 54 of Alex Light. They're battling very hard for this P3 position, but it looks like the 54 is going to prevail on the outside. But the 20 car coming back on the inside. He's side by side with the 54, and we got another caution. Possibly the 23 car. We'll go back and look at this yellow flag and see what happened. On the restart here. Possibly. Oh. Maybe just a little bit of connection issues there with the 23 car. The 39 really didn't know where he was at. It's just unfortunate to go around like that. Grab a little bit of damage. Not too much. I think he can press on with that.
Yeah, that's not a ton of damage. I think he'll be all right. As now we see Tim Henderson coming to make his pit stop. I think he noticed how he was struggling on that last little stint there. I think this is a good time to come get them tires.
We'll see. Doesn't look like he took tires. Maybe just a little bit more fuel. Maybe to help with maybe a balance issue that he may have. We'll see. Interesting call. So I think it's worth noting here, Jay, the type of jumps that this 24 car gets on this restart. I mean, on all the restarts, he's just dominating them.
Yeah, it's amazing what he's been able to do on the inside there. It makes you wonder if James Morris is maybe learning something, though, to adjust for that great restart that 24 car gets. We know we've noted it in the past, especially with James Morris has noticed it in his post-race interviews, how important restarts are here in the National Tour. See if he can figure something out here to stay alongside that 24 going into turn 1.
Yes, absolutely. And, you know, the more restarts we do, the more James can learn to try and stay with that 24 car of Whiting here. So, you know, a really cool piece here with that 24 car and his restarts. We'll see what the 18 car can do on this upcoming restart.
Yeah, it looks like Scott Mayhew Jr. is actually kind of put his name in the hat here up at the front of this field. Now he's going to be restarting up here in 5th. And then Rob on them fresher tires. He's inside the top 5. So this is going to get quite interesting on this restart to see who can prevail.
All right, coming off of turn 4 now. We should be seeing the lights coming off the pace car. We'll see as he crosses the start-finish line here now. And the lights are off. We are going green flag racing this time by, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be seeing this 24 car leading the field to green again. The 18 car on the outside of him. I'm really excited to see what this 54 car can do of Alex Light. He's been very strong on these restarts. As we now see the pace car coming off of the racing surface, going down pit road. And the 24 car going through 3 and 4 now. We're going to be seeing the green flag out in the air off of turn 4. And the 24, he is off. He gets a pretty good restart. Oh, and he must have spun the tires, because here comes the 18 on the outside. He is the new leader of this race. James Morris in the 18 car getting a fantastic restart there and taking over the lead of this race. And the 24 car coming back strong. He wants the lead back from this race as he now goes all over the rear bumper of the 18.
Wow, that is some game-changing stuff. Can James Morris maintain this lead now? We saw that Whiting was able to take it to him earlier in this race when he had the lead. Can he maintain it now? As now Whiting is closing up on his bumper here off of turn 4. Where does he take this run?
Oh, it's so close. He's still all over the rear bumper of that 18. He doesn't make a move, but going through 1 and 2 now, the 24 might have a run going down the back straightaway. He looks to the inside of the 18. They're side by side now. Coming off of turn 4, we'll see what the 24 can do. Coming down this front straightaway, they're still side by side. The 18 holding very strong on the outside as the 24, they make a little bit of contact there. Off of turn 2 now, the 24, your new leader.
Wow, he made that look easy there in that 24 car. Got right back by Morris. Does Morris change his approach here now that he's lost the lead? As now Whiting is not actually escaping from him. Morris is keeping touch here with Whiting. Can he mount another charge to come back at him as we're coming up to the halfway point this time across the line?
Incredible move by that 24 car to retake control of this race and be the point man for the field. The 24, though, coming back under attack by the 18. We'll see what he can do going down the back straightaway. It might not be much. And no, I don't think he's going to be having anything for that 24 car right now. But the 18 fighting very hard. He's very good off of turn 4 here. And going down the front straightaway, it just does not look like he has anything for him right now.
Yeah, he's just maintaining that gap. He's not able to get enough of a run off the corner to set anything up going into either of the entrances of 1 or 3. As here he is on the bumper now, coming off of turn 4. Can he maintain that gap and get a good run into 1? It doesn't look like it. The 24 car is going to go wide going into turn 1. He is leaving a lot of bottom open for James Morris. He can't make it happen on the inside. Now we're coming down the back. Does Morris have anything at him going into 3? It doesn't look like it.
The 24 car took a little bit of a different line there going through 1 and 2. We'll see if he makes that move again, and the 18 might be able to capitalize on it. It looks like he does, but he makes it stick down a little bit lower than before. Maybe a bit of a better line there, but now going through 3 and 4, the 18 still there. He's all over his rear bumper, looking to make that pass, looking to make the 24 make a mistake, but not happening at the moment. The 24 holding strong, very strong to P1.
Yeah, this is some great racing. It's like two heavyweight fighters sizing each other up right now. Here comes Morris. He's just can't get there, just can't get enough of a run to get the power down off the corner. It looks like he's going to maintain that gap as it looks like Whiting has opened up his entrance into turn 1. It's kind of been his mantra all night long. Can Morris do anything to adjust for that?
Morris still looking very strong here to try and retake that P1 position. He is losing time to him. That is of Jordan Whiting there. Still, though, very strong in that 18 car. We may have some battles, though, happening in the back with these other guys here. Alex looking like he's losing a lot of time to P2 as you now see Rob Collier in that 02 car might be taking a look on the inside. Doesn't look like it right now. He's looking like he's making a different line going through 1 and 2 to try to get that run going down the back straightaway, but can't make it happen. He's now all over the rear bumper, though, of the 54 through 3 and 4, and he's looking like he's going to be looking on the inside. Oh, the 54 grabs a lot of wall there, and the 02 going to the inside of the 54. He takes that position, and the 39, he's looking to capitalize.
Yeah, just a little bit of a mistake there by Light. He knows that the guys behind him are on fresher tires, and they're taking advantage of him with those fresher tires. Is now Haldane. He's a little squirrely off of turn 4. Can he mount a charge to get underneath Light as well and follow Collier through to P4?
Brad still looking like he's trying to work over this 54 car. You know, this 54 car looking like he's very strong on them old tires and a little bit of damage that he has. And the 39 just trying to find a way around him to keep up with Rob. But the 54 is doing a great job with keeping up with Rob as well in that 02 car. So this 54 car very, very, very strong as we now go through 3 and 4 and going to be crossing the start-finish line to complete lap 61.
Yeah, as Brad Haldane, he's got to set something up. He's kind of opening his entry up into turn number 3, going lower in turns 1, which has kind of been everybody else's strategy so far. He sends it in on the bottom. He wasn't able to get alongside that 54. Here he comes down the front stretch. He's got a great run. The 54 is a little sideways. Here comes Brad Haldane to the bottom into turn 1. Can he make it happen? Oh, he hits a little bit of apron. Loses some time to the 54 car there.
Yeah, loses a lot of time there. That is not what the 39 wanted. Now the 02 car, he's opening up a gap to the 54 car. This is everything that the 39 car did not want to see now in this race. The 39, he's got to do something to get around Alex Light. Around this race course right now, going through turn 3 and into turn 4, the 39 looking like he has the best opportunity to pass the 54 on the front straightaway, but just not there at the moment. As we go back up to the lead here with James Morris, he's closing the gap a lot. He's looking, though. He's looking to the inside. Oh, it's not going to happen this time by. But the 18, though, he all over the... Oh, and the 24 grabs the wall. The 18 looking to the inside of the 24. He's side by side going through turn 2 now. And down the back straightaway, we'll see what the 18 can do through 3 and 4.
Morris to the inside still. I've been watching the lap times. He's been faster. And now he can try to take advantage of the 24 of Whiting after he makes wall contact. He draws so close. He goes wide. He missed the corner. He's going to lose a ton of time to Whiting here.
Oh, this is not what the 18 wanted at all. He needed to stay on that rear bumper of the 24. The 24 making a little bit of mistakes there, and now the 18 makes a big mistake, but the 24 makes an even bigger mistake. He grabs more of that outside wall coming off of turn 4, and that allows the 18 to get back to the rear bumper of that 24. He's fighting really hard to keep that gap between the 24 and the 18, but the 24 messes up once again, and the 18 is there.
Could this be a sign of tire degradation? These guys have been on these tires for 69 laps, racing toe-to-toe this whole race. Do they have anything left? As you see, the gap behind them with Collier is actually shrinking a little bit. Can he mount a charge late in this race and spoil the party for your two dominant cars so far tonight?
I think all the 18 has to do is stay on that rear bumper of the 24 and force him to make another mistake so he can capitalize on it. Unfortunately, last time around was not able to capitalize it, but he knows what he can do now with that 18 car pressuring that 24 as much as he has. He can make this happen. But for right now, the 18 still behind the 24, just completed lap 70.
Yeah, as it looks like Morris has kind of rebounded here a little bit. He's closed back in on the 24 of Whiting. He is right to his bumper here off of turn 4. He's got a great run as the 24 of Whiting is going to leave the outside to James Morris. What's James Morris going to do? He's going to go a little wide into 1, set him up down the back. He's got a great run. The 24's low again. Where does Morris go? He's going to have to make it happen on the outside because that's what Whiting's leaving for him.
And he's still all over the rear bumper of the 24, just taking away that racing line that the 18 needs in order to complete that pass. But the 24 holding very strong on that P1 position. The 18 car knowing what he needs to do, though, now to get around that 24 car. As the 18 now coming off of turn 4, he might have something for the 24 car here into turn 1. Doesn't look like it this time by, but he might be setting him up going down the back straightaway. As we know, the 18 gets a great run going down the straightaways. He gets another great run there, just not enough to sneak his nose in underneath the 24. But you know what, Jay? We've been talking about these two cars this whole time. Here comes the 02 of Rob Collier. He's looking to get into this party.
Yeah, he's cutting a half a second off this gap in the last 5 laps alone. He is charging. And I think Morris has found something. He is trying to pull off one of these crossover moves. He's entering a little wider, trying to set him up as he goes into turn 1 on the bottom. Whiting leaves a lot of bottom open. Can he get to him? He can't. Whiting is doing a fantastic job to maintain this lead, really putting it out of the control of Morris to make it around him.
The 18 car still all over the rear bumper of that 24, but the 02, wait, the 18's on the inside of the 24. Oh no, he's not. He can't make it happen. The 24 blocking with everything he can. He's running a great race so far. He's got that 18 car behind him. He's now getting pressured left and right out of every corner and straightaway. But the 24 keeping really cool at the moment, but it looks like it's not going to be enough. The 18 again to the inside of the 24 through 1 and 2. Oh, they're side by side now. Coming off of turn 2. Contact was made, and the 18 still holding strong on the bottom side. They're still side by side now. Coming off of turn 4.
Wow, this has brought Collier into the battle. We're going to have a 3-car battle here for the lead as we're still side by side going into turn 1. Oh, Whiting hangs it on Morris's door. Morris is not going to give up. Whiting into the wall. Morris still to the inside. Going into turn 3 now. Oh, Morris might have grabbed a little bit of wall. More contact off of turn 4.
Insane the drive that we're seeing right now by these two cars, but look at this. Now Rob Collier, he's in the party. He's looking to get this done tonight as well. Don't discredit that 0-2 as the 18 and 24 are still fighting now through 3 and 4. And here comes 0-2 on the rear bumper, the 18. We're going to be starting to get into lap traffic now as the 24 defends on the bottom side. He's looking to keep on the bottom side and make that 18 race around him on the outside, and it doesn't look like the 18 can do it that time by. Going into turn 3 now, we got a caution.
Oh, man, that changes everything. It's Haldane. Haldane's into the wall.
Woo! That was getting heated right there. Let's look at this yellow flag real quick and see what happened to that 39 car. Oh, he's finally making the pass on the 54. Oh, and they make contact. And that's all she wrote, folks. Unfortunate for that 39 car. We should be seeing almost everybody coming down pit road now. We got the 24, the 18, the 54, the 20, the 09, and the 93 coming down pit road now. This is... I don't think this is great news for Rob. It can't be good news for Rob. Rob and Scott Mayhew are the only two cars that stayed out right now.
Yeah, Collier had those fresher tires. I could totally see him definitely want...
So that 0-2 car staying out now with the 29 car behind him. We've got everybody else now, though, coming out with fresh tires. We got Zach Bates here in the 19 car. Brad Haldane in P4. Maybe just doesn't look like he hit pit road at all, actually. So he might be on those old tires as well. So a great opportunity for this 39 car to stay up front, but he's got a hard charging 24 of Jordan Whiting, an 18 car of James Morris. We also got the 54 back there as well. Alexander Light, don't count him out. He could be up there as well. Right now, the 0-2 car leading this field with the 29 on the outside of him. It's going to get crazy, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be seeing some crazy stuff happening with this race. We are winding down, 15 laps to go. We'll be seeing what this 0-2 car can do with this field. It's going to be, again, very interesting. We've got the 0-2, the 29, and the 39, I think all on old tires here, or older tires than you know, the guys that just pitted. Last time they got new fresh tires is the start of the race. So we'll see what this 0-2 car can do. He's got a little bit of a buffer with the 29 and the 39. Let's see what he can do on this restart. I think the best thing that the 0-2 car can do right now is get the gap that he needs. Now, going into turn 3 with the pace car off the racing surface. The 24 car looking like he needs to get it done. He's on the outside of Brad Haldane. Now off of turn 4, Rob Collier getting the green flag and getting a really good jump over the rest of the field. Oh, we got a stack up in the back. The 24 gets turned around. That's Jordan Whiting, your previous race leader, almost flipping over, grabbing a whole bunch of cars. That's the big one here at Myrtle Beach. What an insane restart we had. Unbelievable. Let's go back and look at this yellow flag here, Jay, and see what happened. We had a huge, it looked like a checkup on the outside with that 29 car of Scott Mayhew here. Maybe not getting the restart that he would have hoped to get. The 54 getting into the 24 there. Lots of damage. Oh, you know what we got to do, Jay? We got to go back and we got to see where that 20 car of Tim Henderson. Oh, look at that. He's got perfect prime position for us to go on board with our Dega Boys cam. See what happened. Oh!
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 Dang! That is insane.
You know what? You will never see an ARCA braking moment from this guy. This guy knows how to wheel that car.
He's got wreck avoidance to the max. That's his attributes.
Yeah, yeah, that's like his Fallout character. Whenever he just starts, all the way up for that guy, wreck avoidance.
Now this is some great stuff, as now we're gonna see a restart here, under 10 laps to go, as we see one of the most dominant cars all day, probably the most dominant car all day, Whiting, with damage, gonna have to try and overcome that starting in the back of this field now.
And you know what, Jay? We're about to get the Dega Boys 10 to go. There's not a lot of time left. These guys have to just get on the 8-ball here and just go. It's time, baby. It's time. If you want that trophy, it's time to go.
Yeah, as we're going to see a restart here again with Mayhew Jr. on the outside. Rob Collier, with that early pitch strategy, has played to his advantage. He has now taken over the lead here. Can he hang on for less than 10 laps to take the dub here tonight, with Morris in that fast 18 car kind of in the picture as well? Can he get back to the front of this field?
It's definitely going to be interesting. That 18 car starting on the outside now. He was starting on the inside, but he's got that fresh tire advantage that he's got underneath his car. So he can make that outside lane work probably more than anybody else around him. And, you know, with that being said, we also got lights out on the pace car. So you know what? Quit talking. We're about to put it on pavement here tonight. That 18 car looking to get the dub, as the O2 is leading the field to green here. We're going to be getting 8 laps to go. All Rob needs to do is hold on for 8 laps. All Scott Mayhew needs to do is pass that O2 car and hold him on for 8 laps. I don't know what's going to happen, but we're going to find out. The O2 get a great jump on the field. He already clears the 29. He's going into turn 1 now. Oh, Brad Haldane and Scott Mayhew, they get wrapped up, and it's another big wreck here. It's got the 19, the 39, the 54, and Javon again. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was some short track racing. They know the laps are winding down. The restarts are so important. We saw a lot just unfold right there on that restart.
Wow. Let's go back and look at this yellow flag and see what happened. You know what? I'd like to go on board with Brad here and see what he saw. Oh. Just a little help there. Tries to keep it low. Not much else he can do. We'll go and look at another view here. Let's go and see this one. Just trying to having some wreck avoidance there. Tim Henderson in the chat. Hey man, you can't park there. I'd say that too. Short track
like
racing.
Two guys going for the same bit of real estate, knowing how important that inside line is, and they just made contact going into one.
Yep, absolutely. I agree with that, Jay. So important to have that inside lane there. And they were just trying to get every advantage that they could. You can't blame them. You do the same thing.
You got to do it. You have to. I mean, that's the difference between winning and losing right there. You've got to make that move, or you're putting yourself susceptible to losing multiple spots and taking yourself out of a chance to win.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But with that being said, we still got Rob leading this race. I think we're going to take the green before we go into overtime here. So we'll see how this plays out. It might just be a 1 or 2 lap shootout here. And we've seen Rob take away those wins before in other leagues in Nexus. So, you know, Rob, being in a very familiar position, He knows what he needs to do.
Yeah, if you were to put money on anybody being able to hang on to a win late in a race, you would definitely put Rob Collier as one of the people at the top of that list. He's been here before. He's done it. Can he do it again?
I think yes. I think that O2 could absolutely do it again. I think if anybody here, the 18 car has the Mount Everest to climb here in a very short amount of time.
Yeah, he's on that second row. He is on the preferred line on the inside. He's going to have to match Collier's restart. Can he do it? Can he stay in touch with that O2 and make a last-ditch effort to take this dub?
I don't know. We're about to find out, though, because we got lights out on the pace car. We're going to be going green flag racing. It's going to be a 2-lap shootout here, and the O2 car leading this field to green. Going through 3 and 4 now. He's going to be seeing the green flag coming out real soon here. The O2 car, green flag out in the air now. And the O2 getting a great jump over the 29. He already clears them. Going into turn 1 now. He's going to have the 18 all over his rear bumper. The 18 with fresh new tires. This is going to get exciting, ladies and gentlemen. The 18 now. All over the rear bumper, the O2 going through turns 3 and 4 now. Oh, and he gets turned. Oh, he keeps it straight, though. The 29 continues on. Oh, it's just carnage.
Oh,
it's just carnage.
39's upside down.
This is crazy.
Does that end the race? They took the white. Caution was out with the white. Is that it? Is Collier the winner?
Before we go and look at that replay, we got to find this out real quick, ladies and gentlemen, because the O2 might be your winner. No, we're going in overtime. All right.
Man.
It just gets better. All right, let's look at this yellow flag here and see what happened. Scott Mayhew and the 18 car. Looks like Scott may have gotten into the rear bumper there. Oh, man. Huge hit by that 39. We got to look at this again. Let's see what happened. Oh, the 29 going around. The 39 going over. You know what? Just carnage. Just carnage. That's what it is. But here we go again. The O2 car. Now, it's not the 18 car anymore. It's the 24. He's going to be all over the rear bumper of that O2.
The resolve of this 24 car. I mean, just 8 laps ago, I thought he was done. And here he is, back on the second row with a chance to win this race. Mayhew Jr. with a little bit of right front damage. Can he do something on the outside on this restart? Cause showtime. Can he put on a well of a show here and win this race on this green-white checkered Nexus overtime finish? We're about to find out because the lights are out on the pace vehicle, and you know what that means, everybody.
Green flag racing this time by, but Jay, I just want to say one thing here. Let's not discredit the 29. I think the 29 is also in a very good position to win this race at the O2 and the 24 tangle. Or maybe he just does it on pure speed. I don't know. We're about to find out, though, because the pace car is off the racing surface going down pit lane now. The O2 going to be leading this field to green off of turn 4, and the green flag will be out in the air very shortly. The O2 car getting a great jump on the field now. And he already clears the 29. Going into turn 1, he's got a very considerable gap to second place. That is of the 24 car. But here comes the 24 car. All over the rear bumper of the O2. He might be making a move into turn 3. No, it doesn't happen. Oh, they make contact. The 24 gets into the rear of the O2. He goes around. Unbelievable. We got cars in the wall left and right. Absolute more carnage. Unbelievable.
Wow, this race, it's everything. You can't even put it into words. We're seeing the most aggression to get this victory. That shows how important it is to win here in the National Tour, how hard it is to win.
Insane what we just watched. The O2 car now, unfortunately, just being relegated to the back. So unfortunate for that O2 car. Let's go ahead and look at this yellow flag and see what happened. Oh, it's checkered. Oh, it's checkered.
It's over. Whiting is your winner.
Oh, not so happy there for sure. Scott Mayhew bringing it home, P2. Look at this! The 09 comes home P3!
Wow, what a performance by Steven Downton. That is awesome. He had the speed tonight, had all that bad luck early, and he rebounds for a podium? The unbelievable drive out of Steven.
I don't even know. That's insane. All right. Let's
It's
go.
not over till it's over, baby. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh man. All right, let's go ahead. Let's bring up old Steven Downton here. Steven, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
What's up?
My lord, my guy. What happened? You're P3.
I'll take my podium. I really don't know what quite happened. It was just kind of a wild finish. Actually, that was a fun race. But I'll take third. Hell yeah, I'll take third.
Yeah.
Robin, Jordan just kind of got into it a little bit, and something kind of, I don't know what's up. Maybe it was the track combo or something, but tonight these cars have not taken a beating very well. Like you barely tap them and they're sending them around, which has not been the case all season long. We've been able to beat and bang off of each other, but I'll take it. Definitely take third.
Yeah, so actually what I wanted to ask you here is during those final laps that we were having, we saw some very good battling for the lead there and some other, unfortunate things happening in the back there, but how did you recognize the situation and just hold on to it to come home to a P3? What did you have to overcome in those closing laps to bring it home P3? Maybe just share some insight on what happened with that 09 machine during the closing laps.
Well, the restart right before the green-white checker, I was starting high, and I knew I had to set it in deep and rotate the car, because the high line was actually working, just nobody was using it, which was kind of weird. And I was like, okay. So we did it, and I was actually starting to make headway, and I'm like, oh, I can see a podium right here. I can see it. Caution comes out. And then for some odd reason, it gave 2 spots ahead. Like, I was in third when the caution came out. It made me start in fifth. And I'm like, great, here we go again. And I knew I was going to have to try and get down to the bottom and stay on the bottom. And it just worked out. Unfortunately, now I got to go and deal with some probably reviewing later because I am the league admin. So, but this was a fun time. It was a good race.
Yes, absolutely. A very fun race for us to call up here. Lots of action happening. Whether it was cautions or not, we saw lots of good racing on track. Like Jay and I like to say all the time, the best drivers in the service. And your man here, Steven Downton, the league owner, league admin. It's got to be fun dealing with these guys for sure.
Oh, this was a blast, and I'm actually kind of excited because this was kind of a test run for us to do these longer races, and these are doable, very doable. It is, it's only 9:20, so like this worked.
Yes,
this worked well.
Yes, absolutely. Well, congratulations again there, Steven, for your P3 finish. And, I'll finish it out with this. Who would you like to thank for your P3 finish?
Well, first, of course, I'd like to thank my lovely wife for, actually letting me do this and
Heck yeah.
keeping me, able to be focused. Definitely thank her because most times she wants to kill me and everybody else in this Discord. Because I spend way too much time here. And then of course, just I want to thank the guys. Everybody involved. You guys, all my racers, the guys, admins behind the scene. Dylan, unfortunately, he had to bail tonight because of he's dealing with some sickness. So, it was, awesome to have these this race. And I can't wait for us to do our next long one, which I believe won't be till Oxford.
All right. Well, we thank you for those kind words there. And you know what? I really don't really have to say this, but this is how we close out anyways. But you know what, Steven? We hope to see you in the next one.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. All right, that was Steven Downton, your 09 car, your P3 finisher for tonight. We're trying to get old Scott Mayhew up here, possibly just not in the Discord at the moment, but that's okay. Jay, let's bring up our race winner here of the 24 car of Jordan Whiting. Hey, Jordan, this is Thomas and Jay in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Hey, Jordan, what a phenomenal race you ran tonight. You were battling with Morris there on the long run. Looked like you guys were just duking back and forth, sizing each other up like heavyweight fighters. Can you explain that battle that you had with James Morris and how much fun that was?
It was really fun. I've never raced on Myrtle Beach at all. That was my first race. And to learn the track, along with the setup and the car, it was really fun. But towards the end of that long green flag run, I got really bad right front damage because I kept hitting that same wall. And that really screwed me up. But I got saved by the caution. But I do want to say, Rob, on that last restart, I promise I did not expect you to do that. I never raced like that ever. I did not intend for that to happen.
We could just chalk that up to some good old short track racing. I guess my next question is, you battled back with 8 laps to go. You're involved in a wreck. Didn't even think that you were still in the running for the win here, and you kind of come out of nowhere and get back in contention to win. What's going through your mind from that wreck to the end of the race and battling your way back up to getting into a position to take the win?
Honestly, when I got in that wreck, I thought it was over. I mean, I thought I was completely done for, but then that other one happened, and I just got incredibly lucky to go outside. But for that last restart, I was ready for some racing, but not like that. I don't ever race like that.
Alrighty, well, congratulations again on your victory here tonight. Just a phenomenal showing from start to finish. Really one of the most dominant cars all night. Definitely claimed the dub. Who do you have to thank for your performance here tonight?
Well, SK gave me the setup, but I did a lot of changes to it, so I guess just the guys for helping me out with the setups.
Alrighty, well, congratulations, and we cannot wait to see you in the next one.
Thank you.
All right, that was your race winner tonight, Jordan Whiting. Unfortunately, we still haven't got to the 29 car yet. That's all right. I think Jay and I can kind of sum up how that 29 car's race went tonight. Even though, you know, a lot of the wrecks that he was involved in, he still came back and finished P2. A lot of resilience from that 29 car. And, you know, Jay, this is a great finish for that 29 car and all of the bad luck that he's had in this league for the previous weeks.
Yeah, what a phenomenal job he did. Put himself in position to win a race. I mean, that's all you can ask for, right? At the end of one of these races, with a few laps to go, you just want to have a chance. You just want to be in position, whether it's not the preferable line or not, like he was in. You just want to be able to have a chance, and he did tonight. He put himself there, overcame all of his bad luck, and comes home with a P2. Just incredible. This guy is a wheel man, and we're going to see a lot more of him, I believe, before the end of this National Tour season.
Yeah, absolutely. And I genuinely feel like this 29 car will be visiting Victory Lane before the season end. And this is definitely a car to be putting some money on, in my opinion. Whether it's, you know, maybe a long shot or not. That man, you will see that 29 car up front and at least contending for the lead. So very exciting stuff coming out of that 29 car. Very happy to see him finally put it in the podium position with the bad luck that he has gotten. But now, with that being said, Jay, what a race we had tonight. A lot of action, a lot of fun, really, for us up here in the booth. I mean, this was a great race to call. I don't know how you feel, but I had a great time.
Yeah, it was amazing. We saw just absolute adversity fought through by a couple guys there in the podium to recover from their incidents. We saw an amazing battle all night long with James Morris and Jordan Whiting, who ended up taking the dub. They put on a well of a battle there for 80, 90 laps of this race, just going back and forth, putting it all on the line. We saw strategy implemented with Brad Haldane, Rob Collier, both get up to the front of this race with an early pit call strategy. Just incredible what we witnessed tonight. Some great short track racing. As always, the best iRacers in the business at Myrtle Beach Speedway.
Absolutely. And you know what? We'll start closing this out tonight. Again, a great race here being brought to you guys from the Nexus Sim Racing League's the national tour here on Thursday nights. We will continue broadcasting these guys with a lot of new and exciting stuff coming up right to you guys. So, man, I really just can't get over this race. This was a great race. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you, everybody who came to the chat. Old One, wow, you never know how it's going to end. That is for sure. I think that's just got to be the motto for tonight. You never know how it's going to end. That might be the motto for the whole series, you know? But nonetheless, a great race tonight. Very fun for us up here. We here at Dega Boys Broadcasting would like to extend our thanks to Stephen Doughton, your P3 finisher for tonight, for letting us come into this league and give us a shot here and, you know, letting us come and have fun with your group. So thank you there. Thank you to the people who came and commented again. Thank you to everybody who came and liked. Thank you to everybody who subscribed. Actually, a quick update there. We are very close to our 500th subscriber. Now, if you are the 500th subscriber, you get a shout out on stream, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. We just passed the 400th one, so make sure you guys come out and subscribe as well. It means a lot to us, to me, to Jay, to our other crew members here, Jared, Donovan. Just means so much, and we really appreciate you guys. So this has been the conclusion of our broadcast for the Nexus Sim Racing League National Tour with Thomas and Jay in the booth. And we thank you guys for coming out. Make sure you guys stick around. Check out some other content on our YouTube channel. And we hope to see you guys around in the next one.